Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the 2025 edition of the Alachua County Youth Fair and Livestock Show. We're coming to you live here at the Alachua County Agriculture and Equestrian Center right here in Newberry, Florida. This evening, we'll be starting out the Steer, Bred, and Own show in just a few minutes. This will be immediately followed by the Steer Show, and then we'll have our Beef Showmanship contest. In these shows and contests, we'll get to see these young women and men demonstrate their knowledge and their skills with the steer or heifer under their care. It's a great competition and an opportunity for them to learn valuable lessons that apply to everyday life, such as accepting responsibility, winning graciously, or losing with dignity, and understanding the amount of work and determination it takes to become a winner. We'll join that show in a few minutes, but first, here's a word about the Texas Trailers giveaway happening at this year's Youth Fair. Now, let's take you to the arena, where they're preparing to start this evening's events. We don't provide running commentary during the show. Instead, you'll see the sights and hear the sounds, just as if you were here in the arena with us. Enjoy the show.
All right, good evening and welcome to the 2025 Alachua County Youth Fair and Livestock Show. We are getting ready to get started with the beef portion of our show. But at this time, if you could, also before we get started even with the national anthem and stuff, just to let you know, tonight's events, as well as this entire week's going to be live streamed. If you have people at home that couldn't make it for one reason or another, or they're somewhere else, maybe at a baseball game or a basketball game, and want to watch and follow along, they can go either to YouTube and search for the Alachua County Youth Fair and Livestock Show, or they can go to ACYFLS.com. That's abbreviated for Alachua County Youth Fair and Livestock Show.com. So ACYFLS.com, and click on there where it says to watch the live stream. At this time, if you'll please rise for the playing of our national anthem. The flag is located in the southeast corner just outside of the main arena. And rise as we have the Marine Band play the national anthem. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get started with our steer show. Entering the ring in Class 1, we'll have Brooke Castles, Luke Thompson, Lexi McElroy, and Savannah Johnson. Class 1. Also like to take this time to introduce our judge for tonight, Miss Jenna Gurman. She is originally from Ormond Beach, Florida, where she grew up competitively showing hogs on a national stage. After high school, she went on to Lakeland College and Western Illinois University and competed on a 3-time nationally ranked livestock judging team under the advisement of Dr. Mark Hogue. She holds a master's degree in ag leadership, education, and communications, and is currently at the University of Illinois finishing up a doctoral degree in animal science and meat science. Let's have a round of applause for our judge tonight, Miss Jenna Gurman. Also, if you look off to the far side where the sun's coming into the arena, we do have Texas Trailers as one of our premier sponsors every year. They are giving you the additional option instead of hauling cattle around. You don't need a cattle trailer. You can get a golf cart. So buy some tickets for that. You can get them online, or over here we'll be selling them as well. That's Texas Trailers. We certainly appreciate their support every single year.
Well, really nice class to start off this evening, folks, and I just wanted to thank everybody for having me out here. Took a little bit extra time on these top two. I think both of them are nice calves within their own right, but I do wish I could kind of piece some different parts of each one of them together to really make them perfect. A young lady's bronco-headed calf here that's going to start off. I really like this one in terms of his power. I really like him in terms of his rib shape and dimension. I like his foot size and his bone at the ground. I like this one aesthetically. She's done a really nice job fitting this one and getting him ready in terms of his presentation. However, you want to set this one into motion, and that's where he kind of starts to fall off for me. Gets a little bit tighter in his ankle, straighter and more open in terms of his shoulder, and I'd like to kind of neaten and lengthen that one up out of his front end as well. A really nice job to that young lady. Young lady's calf that comes in second, I really like this one in terms of his basic build. That one gets out and sets down plenty comfortably from the ground. I do think this one just needs some more days, right? He's a little bit smaller, he's a little bit greener. I like to see that one fill in right behind his shoulder in terms of some real muscle turn and tone. However, again, get that one propped up on the profile and he gives you a really nice look. Where the one in first lacks, this one kind of picks up those pieces. Young lady that's going to come third, I like that one in terms of his extra power and dimension. Where he starts to fall short for me again is just his build. He wants to get a little bit bigger and rounder in terms of his shoulder, set down not nearly as comfortably at the ground. But I do like that one in terms of his productivity and his rib shape. Young man that's going to round out the class, I really like this one in terms of his meat animal shape. He's got plenty of shape working out back towards his hip. Again, another one, plenty of rib shape, plenty of productivity. I just think that one needs to prop himself up a little bit more nicely for me and kind of fit all of his pieces together just a little bit better today. Really nice job to all these young exhibitors out here.
All right, so from Class 1, first place is going to be Lexi McElroy. Second place, Savannah Johnson. Third place, Brooke Castles. And fourth place, Luke Thompson. Let's have a round of applause for all of our Class 1 exhibitors. Coming in Class 2, Elijah Surrency, Madeline Worley, Cole Price, and Paisley Johnson. Fans, tomorrow you can come out as early as 8 o'clock in the morning for egg check-in. 7:30 is actually the dairy goat check-in as well. And then 8:30, the dairy goat show will start. Poultry judging will be at 9. Come bright and early if you're not chicken. And then at 10, the rabbit show. At noon, we'll have the Bred and Own show with the beef Bred and Own. The heifer, bull, and mature cow show. And then at 5:30, we'll have the celebrity show, followed by 6 o'clock will be the swine event. So a full day of events all day tomorrow and Sunday.
All right, let's go ahead and give a round of applause to these young people out here. I think they all did a really nice job. Young lady on the far side is going to go ahead and start off this class. I think another one that when she gets this one propped up and all tied together, he gives a really, really nice look. Again, she's done a really fantastic job at home working this one's hair, getting him presented to the best of her ability here today. I think his shape really feeds square and true out of the backside of his shoulder. He's ultra fresh in the way he's put together as well. I'd like to see him a little bit more full in his forerib. And again, when that one gets moving, I'd like to see him set down just a little bit more comfortable. But all in all, I think a nice calf to go ahead and start out this class. Young man that's going to be second, I think this one, just in terms of true power and meat animal shape, really has the advantage. One that's working out into a big, powerful hip. Another one that when we get this one on the rail is going to crack open with a pretty big eye as well. He's giving this young man a little bit of trouble out here, but he's doing a good job getting this one shown. A nice calf that's going to go ahead and be at second. Young lady in third, again, another one. Productive in terms of his rib. Gives a nice look when she gets him propped up. I just like to see this one a little bit more proportional when you get him off to the side. He wants to get a little bit deeper in terms of his chest and doesn't match up with the depth of his flank. That's where I'd like to fix that one. Young man that's going to round out the class. Another kind of large-framed, long-spined one that gives you a nice look once he gets propped up and showing himself off. I think just today, in comparison to the other ones, he falls short in terms of his basic build and just needs a little bit of extra power for me. Good job to these young people.
All right, so from Class 2, first place is Madeline Worley. Second place is Cole Price. Third place is Paisley Johnson. And fourth place is Elijah Surrency. Let's have a round of applause for our Class 2 exhibitors. Coming into the ring for the third and final class for the steer, Abby Castles, Tucker Thrift, and Aiden Lepianka, Class 3. Also like to take this time to recognize our sponsors. Once again, Texas Trailers. Make sure you go online and get you some tickets. Also, there's some tickets available over there near the entrance to the seating area. Stage right, I believe. Also, Farm Credit of Florida, their continuous support year after year, and United Rentals, Life South Community Blood Centers. While you're here, make sure you make a blood donation to Life South Community Blood Centers. Crazy Dogs event live streaming. We appreciate him making sure we're up and live streaming every single year. Crazy Dogs event live streaming. DW Pest Control, Florida Farm Bureau, Mitchell's Specialty Meats and Bakery, Cowboys Barbecue and Catering, SRM Concrete.
Another round of applause for this group of young people. I think all do a really nice job getting these calves shown. Young lady that starts us out in this class with the black steer over here, I just have to commend for coming out here, even with an injury. It takes some guts to get out here and lead your calf through a ring, and so I just wanted to congratulate her for that. In addition to that, I think she's got the best calf out here in this class, just in terms of his sheer power and mass over the top side of his skeleton. And again, that one drops down into a nice soft flank and round rib cage. This one, though, in terms of his real genuine shape, he just gets a little bit plainer for me. When you step behind this one, he wants to kind of flatten and taper through his hip. And again, I'd like to see this one fresher, but again, another nice, powerful steer that's going to surely yield plenty of product. And when this lady gets him nice and propped up on the side, he does like to show himself off plenty nice. Young man that's going to go ahead and be in second. I do like some things about this one just in terms of his look from the side. I think he ties his neck in a little higher and neater to the top side of his shoulder. And I think another one that just sets down more comfortably, particularly in terms of his hawk and pastern. I think where this one falls short for me is just in terms of his shape. He wants to get a bit flatter and narrower in comparison to the calf that starts us off. Young man that's going to go ahead and round out the class. Again, another tall-shouldered, long, extended type of steer. I think this one, just in terms of his real muscle shape from behind, is where he falls short. I'd like to see him just pack a little bit more punch as he goes away. Congratulations.
All right, let's have a first place from Class 3 is Abby Castles. Second place is Tucker Thrift. And third place is Aiden LaPianca. Let's have a round of applause for our Class 3 exhibitors. Coming into the ring for the final drive from Class 1, Lexi McElroy. Class 2, Madeline Worley. And Class 3, still in the ring, is Abby Castles. All right, second place is in the classes, please be ready. Second place is in the classes, please be ready. Our next set of sponsors, Alachua County Cattlemen's Association, Alachua County, Florida, Culver's, Edward Jones, GRE Signs, H2 Engineering, Snyder Boots, Spurs, and Snydermen, Snyder's Air Conditioning, Plumbing, and Electric, Southeast Perimeter Solutions, Ernie's Southern Off-Road, Gatorland Kubota, Archer Automotive, Hillendale Feed and Seed, Southern State Duckmasters, and Watson C&D.
All right, let's go ahead and give these young ladies another big round of applause. You've all heard me talk each of these cattle in their respective classes, and I think when we get them out here and compare them side by side, you can kind of see the similarities and the things that I've been looking for. All three of them are ultra powerful. All three of them have their issues in terms of their structural integrity, but I think that's something that we sacrifice again to get that true and genuine shape and muscle. I do think that there's one out here that fits my bill just the best in terms of his extra freshness, in terms of his ring presence and the way he ties himself together, both on the move and once he's stopped and parked. Young lady here in the center is going to go ahead and be my champion.
Steer Grand Champion is Madeline Worley from Class 2. Coming back into the ring from Class 2 will be Cole Price.
We drop in the second place from Class 2, and I think, again, just another one that has plenty of shape and plenty of muscle. I like him once we get him parked on the profile in terms of his extra extension ahead of his shoulder. I do think there's another one in here that just fits my bill, again, in terms of his real shape and power. Young lady here in front of me is going to go ahead and be a reserve.
The reserve champion is going to come from Class 1, Lexi McElroy. And we're going to take some pictures, and then we'll get started with the homegrown. Let's have a round of applause for all of our steer show exhibitors. Grand champion Madeline Worley and reserve grand Lexi McElroy. I'd like to take the time to thank Gator Pool Builders, new construction and remodels, Swanee Valley Feeds, ViStar Credit Union, Whitfield Window and Door, J&S, Jones and Son Fire, as well as all of our friends at the fair from Campus USA Credit Union, Kale Partners Architecture and Interiors, Molly's Custom Silver, Roland Sliders, A Dog's Life Pet Sitting, Matthew and Shannon Brady, Shirley Terry, High Springs FFA alumni, Creative Virtue Crafts, Target Copy, Capota Cattle Company, CNC Cattle Company, Balcom Family, Davis Site Prep, Windsor Warriors 4-H, Countryside 4-H, Town and Country 4-H, Joyner Construction Partners, Next Green, Jack Gaskin, and Catherine Smith. If you'd like to be recognized as a sponsor, make sure you see one of the board members. They can help you out, or go on our fair website and we can certainly get you involved. Also, just a reminder, sale day, the auction will be on Tuesday with a luncheon starting at 11. And then we'll have the opportunity for the exhibitors to be with their projects in the barn. to talk to some of the buyers coming around, and then the auction will start at 1. All right, now we're ready to get into our homegrown steer show. Coming into the ring will be Brooke Castles, Elijah Sorensen, and Aiden Lepianka.
Didn't take too terribly much time out here because I've already seen all these calves in their respective classes earlier on. I think young man that starts out the class does a really, really nice job getting this one shown. I think he just kind of fell into a tougher class earlier on in the day, but this one, getting back out here in comparison to our other homegrowns, I think really easily kind of sweeps this one. Not only is that one more practical and productive in terms of his kind, he's sounder, sets down more comfortably on the go, but when he gets that one set up and parked, that guy really likes to show himself off. He's really neat at the top side of his shoulder and still remains plenty clean and extended ahead of his blade. I think that one, again, in terms of lower body balance, really, really does it well for me. Young man's gonna go ahead and start us off. Young lady that comes in second, I think a powerful one in his own right in terms of foot size and bone work at the ground, but I think when we really start to study true and genuine shape, this one wants to flatten over the top side of his skeleton, particularly when you get behind him through his hip. This one's really big in terms of his rib cage, but I think, again, just a little bit coarser made kind of a steer. I'd like to kind of lengthen that one up about his front end, and I'd like to see him move more comfortably as he goes. Young lady does a nice job getting that one shown. Young man that's going to round us off, again, just another practical and productive kind of a calf. I think this one just needs a couple more days for me. I think he's greener about the way he's made. He's just a little bit flatter and plainer overall. But again, young man does a really, really nice job getting this one shown. Let's go ahead and give these young people a big round of applause.
All right, first place in homegrown is Aiden Lepianca. Second place is Brooke Castles. And third place is Eli Surrency. We're gonna take pictures and then we'll get into the next area for showmanship. All right, we're going to get started with our showmanship. We're going to start with junior showmanship, class 1. Coming into the ring is Carly Thomas. Kaylee Fringo and Paisley Johnson. Make sure you check out the vendors just outside the barn, towards the west side of the barn. All kinds of good food and stuff out there, as well as there's some stuff inside for sale. They support the fair by showing up and participating. We'll have a few people here, different schedule tomorrow and Sunday. So we'll have breakfast all the way to dinner available for your consumption here. Also, just a reminder, only campers in the camping area. Nobody else needs to be in the camping area, just the campers. We appreciate your cooperation on that.
Avery. Figure it out sooner or later.
All right, let's go ahead and give these young ladies a big round of applause. I think they all did a fantastic job getting these calves shown out here. For some of my older kids in the back that are watching and kind of trying to check and see what I'm looking for, really for me, I think first impressions are everything. Come into the ring and command the ring, really in any species that you're showing for me. Be confident, command my attention, tell me why you're here, and be confident in your abilities, and that's going to get you pretty far. From there, always making sure that you're sticking with your calf. Some days, you know, you show up and they don't, right? They're wanting to give you fits and not really work with you, but if you stick with them, for me, it's not a huge deal. Again, making sure that I can tell that you've been working with them at home, so presentation for me is fairly big, making sure they get stopped and parked correctly, get their head up, make them look nice, know where and when they look their best as well, is super important for me. For these young ladies, I did want to just test their basic knowledge, so I just asked them what breed their calves were, about how old they were, to see if they just kind of knew basic knowledge. I think that's important when we're working with these projects at home to know about our animal. And one of these young ladies really excelled in terms of her information, told me plenty about her calf, and I can really tell she's been working hard. Young lady right here in the green bow is going to go ahead and win. I think from there, both of our young ladies do a really, really nice job. I think their calves are both just giving them a little bit of fits tonight, tired, just not wanting to show up out here today, and that's okay. But I do think that one of my other young ladies did a really good job in sticking with her calf, and that's this young lady right here with the bald-faced steer. She's going to go ahead and be second. Again, I think all of them did a really nice job. Young lady here in front of me with the heifer is going to go ahead and be third. Another one did a nice job of getting this one stopped and parked and shown. I think all of them just go home, keep working hard, and you'll continue to grow and just get better each and every day. So congratulations.
All right, junior showmanship, first place is Carly Thomas, second place is Paisley Johnson, and third place is Kaylee Ringo. Applause for our junior showmanship. All right, entering the ring for intermediate class 1. Brooke Castles. Abigail Hutchins. Adley Buki and Anna Seeley. Once again, just a reminder, the Texas trailer raffle this year, it is going to be either the trailer or the golf cart, one or the other. You don't get both. Tickets are sold online, but they're also available over there just in front of it. We'll have a table, and they are for sale over there. All proceeds, it is a donation. So all proceeds go to the youth fair. We appreciate your support in helping make that happen.
Let's go ahead and give these young ladies a big round of applause out here. The two young ladies I'm keeping back from this heat of intermediates, I think do a really, really nice job in terms of their intensity, sticking with their animal, getting them parked and propped up at the right time, giving me good looks of their cattle. I think they both do a really nice job. I'm excited to see them back in the drive for intermediates. Young ladies here on the far side, I talked to each individually about some things we can work on at home. I think we just have a case of some animals not wanting to work with us a little bit, a little case we just need to be a little bit more confident and intense in terms of our ring presence. But again, all four young ladies did a really nice job. Happy to have them back here soon.
Coming back from class 1. All right. Sorry, dealing with dead batteries there. Coming back from Class 1 is Abigail Hutchins and Brooke Castles. Class 2 entering the ring is Judson Buki, Lawson Reno, Sophia Zimmerman, and Trinity Hines. I'd like to take this time to recognize our Board of Directors, President Mr. John Dope, Vice President Scott Blackwell, Carter, Treasurer Lori Smith, Camping Chair Tim Johnson, Vendor Chair Benji Burnson, Rabbit Chair Sandra Johnson, Swine Chair Dennis Pendarvis, Dairy Goat Chair Elizabeth Kinley, Goat Chair Jessica Butts, Poultry Chair Justin Johnson, Beef Chair Chuck Willis, tonight's beef show, Record Book Chair Melissa Castles, Sponsorship Chair James Pettyjohn, that's JD, you can go see him if you'd like to do some sponsorships, Buyers Luncheon Chair Scott Blackwell, Amy Holton, Kathy Carr, Lara Thomas, Perry Green, Fawn Willis, Mark Colson, Peter Sweebalus, Travis Boyd, Brooke Bailey, Jeff Bonnell, Matthew Surrency, and Stacy Donaldson. Thank you to all of our Board of Directors.
Let's go ahead and give a big round of applause to these young people out here. I think think each and every one of these young people deserves to get a call back. I'm going to go ahead and bring them all back for our final intermediate drive. I think, again, all of them did a really, really nice job of keeping that intense eye contact as they went around the ring, getting these guys parked and set up properly. So we'll go ahead and bring them back, and I'll get you your top 5.
All right. So coming back from class 2 is everybody. And so we'll just introduce the final drive coming in. All right. Coming into the ring for the final drive of intermediate showmanship. From class 1, we'll have Abigail Hutchins and Brooke Castles. And then from class 2, we'll have Judson Buki, Lawson Reno, Sophia Zimmerman, and Trinity Hines. Let's have a round of applause for our intermediate final drive beef showmanship.
Thank you. She liked everybody in his last class. walk her, Austin. Walk her around. There you go. Bigger circle. He told me that anybody helps with this. Oh, like, and they can go there. He's so good. I know. There she goes. Yeah, no, her good will. She got bigger one. I don't know what that means. What does that mean? She's not gonna judge her. Look, we don't know. Well, there's no question if you're in the top because they have pins in the back. And then you I don't know what that means, but I feel like it's a good thing.
All right, big congratulations to all these young people out here. I think they all did a fantastic job getting these cattle stuck. I went ahead and placed 6th through 4th, respectively, and talked to each one of them about kind of things they could go work on at home. I think all of them did a really, really nice job out here. The 3 young ladies that sit in front of me, all 3 do a phenomenal job. Each one of them are intense in terms of their ring presence and their eye contact. They're good in terms of their transitions. They're smooth when they're walking that animal around. They know where to place their feet. I think it's just really, really little things that are going to go ahead and separate some of them for me. I think there was a couple times that I caught a couple of them not having our feet always set at the right time that I was walking around. And when you get to this level, it's little things like that that are going to separate you on this stage. But I think one young lady really, really excelled today. The moment that she hit the ring, she really gave me a fantastic first impression. She was intense, but she was also cool, calm, and collected. She never really looked like she was trying to work too hard. You can tell that she was going home and really working with her cattle and having that one ready when the day came. Young lady in front of me with the Brahma Bull is going to go ahead and win. Young lady to my right is going to go ahead and be second, and the young lady here in front of me is going to be third. Really, really good job to all of them.
Good job, Bred.
All right, so from your intermediate beef showmanship, your grand champion is Brooke Castles. Your reserve champion is Sophia Zimmerman. Your third place is Abigail Hutchins. Your fourth place is Lawson Reno. Fifth place is Judson Buki. And sixth place is Trinity Hines. Let's have a round of applause for all of our intermediate beef showmanship. All right, coming into the ring to start off, senior class showmanship. Class 1, Abby Castles, Adeline Ruiz, Aiden Lepianca, Charity Mykoff, Elijah Surancy, Haley Molander, and Tucker Thrift.
Stacy, I have her. Hey. If you could take that over and then put this over and push it up, it's hard to get through there for him to gauge it.
How you get it? Where are you
No,
going?
take him over there. No, just take him. Take him right through there, Bobby. You have to do it.
Yeah, I'll get it through if you can. All right, let's go.
I'll get on the other side.
Okay, let's go.
It's a very
Where?
tight
Right
fit.
here?
Yeah, it's a very tight
How is
fit.
he getting out?
We're gonna go straight through right there.
So he's gonna walk. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You do what I need to do. Y'all just go
All right,
where you need
come on,
to go.
Dad.
All right. All I got to put. I'll do it.
All right, let's go.
I'm gonna lift this over. and then I'm gonna meet y'all over there.
Yeah, once you get a spot up there.
Yeah, I'll get you.
We have quite a few heats of senior showmanship here to work through tonight, so I'm going to work through these individual heats just a little bit quicker and then go ahead and take some more time in our final drive. With that being said, it's going to be real hard for me to kind of choose amongst the top 5 when our kids are this good. I'm going to go ahead and call back just a couple from each heat, and then we'll rework them in the final drive. From here, young lady in front of me with the Brangus heifer is going to go ahead and come back. Young man here, and then young lady on this far side are going to come back.
All right, coming back from Class 1 is going to be Adeline Ruiz, Aiden Lepianca, and Haley Molander. 2 entering the ring is Cole Price, Lynn Tuning, Kyra Witt, Lexi McElroy, Luke Thompson, Sophia Ricks, Layla Paris.
Yeah, well, that, yeah.
Again, our senior showmans just keep bringing the heat out here. I think the depth of our exhibitors is something I really want to commend everybody for. These kids really know how to get them stuck and really get them presented to the best of their ability. With that being said, I'm going to keep two people back for this heat. Young lady here in front of me with the Bronco-headed steer and the young lady on my far side are going to go ahead and come back.
Coming back from Class 2 will be Lexi McElroy and Layla Paris. Coming into the ring for Class 3, Madeline Worley, Peyton Odeen, Savannah Johnson, Alicia Hoy, Aubriana Caldwell, Claire Kipp, and Savannah Eckert. Let's have a round of applause for our Class 3 exhibitors. So while you're up there getting get some of those, and then while you're up there getting a cut and wrap as well at the same table, you can sign up there and get all your tickets to help support the Alachua County Youth Fair and Livestock Show.
Again, another really deep and talented set of showmen out here. Let's go ahead and give them all a big round of applause. Again, I can promise everybody standing sidelines, it's a really hard decision for me to choose just a couple back for the final drive, simply because each and every one of them does a really, really good job in their own right. However, two of them really stood out to me. Again, first impressions for me are super, super important when it comes to showmanship. Young lady over here in the 4-H jacket and the young lady here in front of me are gonna go ahead and come back.
Coming back from Class 3 is Madeline Worley and Savannah Johnson. Coming into the ring for Class 4, Isaac Short, Lillian Ayers, Lily Fretwell, Naomi Cooper, Oliver Flanagan, Sarah DeSalvo, and Brandon Weber.
Hey, what you gonna do with that cow meat?
Let's go ahead and put our hands together for this heat of senior showmanship. I think again, just another stellar group of young people. Each and every one of them does a fantastic job out here. I know I've said time and time again, and I sound like a broken record, that it's super hard to pick out just one or two kids, but in this case, there was one that really hit me hard as soon as they came in here. In terms of their eye contact, in terms of their intensity and their energy, and making sure that their animal was always set up and looking great, young man here on the end is going to go ahead and come back.
All right, coming back from Class 4 will be Isaac Short. All right, stick with us as we're getting ready to bring in the final drive. We will have the callbacks from each class. We have test. All right, we'll have 7 calls. All right, coming back into the ring from Class 1, Adeline Ruiz, Aiden Lepianca, Haley Molander. From Class 2, Lexi McElroy and Layla Paris. And from Class 3, Madeline Worley and Savannah Johnson. And Class 4, Isaac Short. Let's have a round of applause for our senior showman. Gentlemen with the bicycles, please don't have those in the pathway in the grandstands. Thank you. Please get off the bike and walk it until you get outside. Thank you. Before we finish up in selection, let's have a round of applause for Judge Jen Norman here with us tonight. She'll be joining us again tomorrow night. We appreciate her helping out the Alachua County Youth Fair and Livestock.
All right, so I've went ahead and kind of narrowed us down to our top 5 here and talked to each and every one of them that I've placed from here on out respectively about some things that we can change and do differently. I went ahead and asked them each to just tell me something that they like aesthetically about their calf and something that they'd change. And from here, I did just ask them if anybody wants to talk on the microphone. I think that each and every one of these young people does a fantastic job showing. Every time I turn around, they've got their feet set where they need to be. They've got them parked and they know their angles and they know that where their calf looks good. And I think their answers in terms of the things that they liked and would change really didn't help me in terms of my sort here. I think all of them do a really fantastic job and are very knowledgeable about their animal. But I would like to ask each and every one of them, what is one piece of advice that you'd give a younger exhibitor sitting here on the sidelines watching you? I think it's really important, you know, each and every one of you are the oldest ones out here, you're the seniors, you're the ones all the younger kids look up to. So it's important to note that you are, right, the ones that are kind of shaping their perspective of people that they should be looking up to. So I'm gonna go ahead and kind of pass the mic around here and just see what is one piece of advice you'd give a younger exhibitor as they continue on in their journey of showing livestock.
Want me to introduce myself? Hi, my name is Adeline Ruiz. This is my second year showing at Alachua County Youth Fair and Livestock Show. And one piece of advice I'd really love to give is just ask people for help. Some things you're not going to know, and it's okay to not know it. And I think one big thing is you're going to meet other people who are going to know, and asking them for help, being involved, and not just trying to make some sort of way that you're going to figure it out, because you're going to make more mistakes if you don't ask people than if you do ask people. You don't want people to think that, well, it's not what people think, it's what you think. It's if you know. And if you don't know, it's okay to ask, because we're all in this agricultural world helping each other.
You ready? You want me to hold?
My name's Aiden Levianco. One thing I'd like to say is that all the hard work at the barn, the nights alone, the hours you put into the project that go unnoticed, that people will notice at fair time. But everything in the project is done at home, and fair time is where you just sink to your level of training at home. Like, all the work is done at home, and I think that's how you're gonna show is how you practice at home.
Hi, my name is Haley Molander, and this is my 4th year showing at the Alachua County Youth Fair. And one piece of advice that I would give is just because you lose one show doesn't mean lose faith. Just keep practicing, and one day you'll get there.
Hello, my name is Madeline Worley. I've been showing at the Alachua County Youth Fair for 10 years now, and one thing I'd really like to say is never give up. You know, you might not have the best dancing partner at that day, but, you know, everything that you do at home shows in the ring, and, you know, don't give up. You might not shine or do your best one day, but everything goes into it. The attitude you give your animal, that's what they're going to go off of, and so at the end of the day, don't give up and don't let that show in the show ring.
Hey guys, my name's Isaac Short. This is my 2nd year showing at County Fair. One thing I do have to say is, you know, keep going, always ask for help, and if you go to a show and not do so well, it's okay. Just ask the people around you, you know, what should I do better? Take that home, put in early mornings, late nights, and try your best just to get better and get involved. You know, I don't come from an ag background, but I had a passion. I loved animals, and I chased that dream. So whatever you can do, or whatever you want to do, I say, just chase it, you know. Try your best and get better at what you do. See, my heifer's not working as good as I might want her to, but keep going, don't give up. You know, one day you'll get to your goal and your dream.
Huge round of applause for our senior showmanship final drive. Standing here watching these ones get stuck and continuing to work on them, even when they're kind of giving them a little bit trouble out here, makes me feel really, really comfortable and confident in the next generation of cattle showmen. I know that many of my friends in the Midwest that show on a national stage would be happy to have any one of these kids in the ring sticking their cattle. But again, our top end, really, really super job. It's going to be super small things that separate each and every one of you. And I kind of wanted to echo, I let each and every one of them kind of give some advice to the younger kids that are looking up to them, but I also want to give everybody some advice as well, and echo what some of the kids said, which is don't give up, right? If today wasn't your day and you went back to the barn and you were frustrated, don't let that make you want to quit. Let that only fuel your fire, right, and come back and do even better the next time. I think hard work is kind of becoming a little bit of a lost art nowadays, right? But I think that kids in this arena and kids here that are showing livestock are going to be the ones that definitely are the hardest workers in the room and know what that means, right? And so even when you get a little bit discouraged and when you feel like today is not your day, I want you to know that this is just my opinion, right? This is not the end of the world. I'm one person, and it's my opinion tonight. Tomorrow night, we could have placed these kids a number of different ways. And so I just want everybody out here to recognize and understand that. Again, I grew up showing livestock. I had some successes and I had some big failures. I will promise you that 90% of those successes sit in a box in an office now, okay? So it's not the banners and it's not the trophies and it's not the awards or the titles. It's the memories and the friendships that you guys are making and the hard work that you guys are doing that will continue on and help you be successful in the future, okay? So I want everybody to know that. I'm gonna go ahead and pick my top three and stop talking up here. And thank you everybody for having me out. I'll be back throughout the rest of the weekend to judge a couple of some other shows, so I look forward to seeing some of our showmen back out here in the ring.
All right, senior class showman, first place, Haley Molander. Second place, Madeline Worley. Third place, Isaac Short. Fourth place, Aiden LaPianca. Fifth place, Adeline Ruiz. Sixth place, Savannah Johnson. Seventh place, Layla Paris. And eighth place, Lexi McElroy. Let's have a round of applause for all of our senior showmen and their exhibitors tonight. We want all the top three from each class, right? Top three from each division. Top three from each division with your show stick and your banner to over here for a picture.
I don't know where I'm going.
That's all for this evening's live stream of the Alachua County Youth Fair and Livestock Show. A recording of today's shows will be posted on the fair website, ACYFLS.com, and on the Alachua County Youth Fair and Livestock Show YouTube channel. Join us again tomorrow for the Dairy Goat Show starting at 8:30 a.m. Then, at 12 noon, we've got the beef. We'll cover the bred and owned and the beef shows, including heifers, bulls, and mature cows. Our evening events go live at 5:30 p.m., starting with the always popular celebrity show and followed by the swine show at 6 p.m. Thanks again for watching the Alachua County Youth Fair and Livestock Show. We'll see you tomorrow morning at 8:30 a.m. Bye for now.